Hey everyone. If you're just getting on, I am sharing currently so that all my homies can jump on here. There we go. Now we're back. Just getting everything set up. I apologize. Hey, what's up? You gonna watch this while you're watching the opening ceremony? So, hey, what's up, you guys? So we're gonna be editing photos from the Nikon D5300 shoot that I did with Jessica earlier this week. Jessie Renee, actually. We used the Nikon D5300. I attempted to do a POV video, but the live capture with the D5300 is kind of slow because it is not a mirrorless camera. So we're going to do what we can with this and see what all we can accomplish on this whole thing. So I've got to set up my live chat so I can see as everyone's texting. I have everything loaded up already because that is the most time consuming part. And the first part of this process is going to be culling the photos that I don't like. So we're going to go through the first time around and we're going to pick out the really bad ones, the ones that are fuzzy, the ones that aren't exposed properly, things like that. And then from there, we'll cull it down even further. We're at about 302 photos, which is way more than I normally take on a photo shoot. So these are all relatively in focus, and I've already decided which ones out of those I've liked so far, but we're just going through like this one's out of focus, that one's got to go. This one is overexposed, so it's got to go. That one can probably be fixed. I like the look in her eyes, so I'm going to hold on to that one for now. That one could be made something cool. I don't like how overexposed that one is. That one looks good. That one's a bit overexposed, but I think I can fix it. That one, is it out of focus? It's a little out of focus. I can't tell just yet. We're going to figure it out. That one we might be able to work with. That one we will work with. So from that set of photos, so the way I usually do a shoot, and Jessica, you can you can agree with this, but the way I do a shoot is I generally just say, okay, with someone that's more experienced, like Jessica, she has a ton of experience, she's amazing to work with, and what I'll usually do is I just say, okay, every time you hear that shutter click, change your pose. And that's how we're able to get a sequence like this. It's literally just from shutter to shutter, and actually we're getting to a point now where we're shooting faster than what my camera will process. And actually, I think, Jessica, that that's your cousin over here. We'll have to crop that. Yeah, it is the most boring part, which why I'm glad that everyone is going to hang out with me for this part. Um, See, I don't really like that one very much. I mean, it's okay. I like this second one more. Yeah, I'm going to make that executive choice. And we couldn't really, and that's the thing, Jessica, we couldn't really do that when I was trying to do the POV because it would take the camera to click, and it just like took forever, so we couldn't shoot as fast. So once I get my mirrorless up and running, like these are great. I should have had you open your eyes because the one with the eye, well, actually that one looks pretty good. That one I'm gonna call. That one though, that one is fantastic. We're gonna hold on to both those and we'll go through them later. Second one, okay, you like the second one more? So out of these two, the second one you like more? Okay, I'll remember that. So, and this one, here's another one of those. So one of the things I try to always do on every one of my shoots is get a hair flip. And the reason for that is because I generally am doing camera reviews anymore for YouTube videos. So I usually try to get a hair flip to show how well the shutter speed works out. And we had to set it up because I didn't want the sky too blown out because it was going to be blown out no matter what. So I cornered it right here so you can see some of the way that I set up my pictures. So I actually set it up so that it would just take this tiny little corner of space and it wouldn't blow out the entire image. And instead we were able to capture this right here. And so if I move over, that one's cool, that one's boring, that one's gonna go. But that one's kind of cool, that one's really cool, and then the 2 setup shots beforehand. Like that one could probably be pretty cool. That could make a really cool poster. But this one's kind of boring because there's too much strain. I don't like the strain right here. And there's a little bit of it here, but it's actually just the muscles of her flipping her hair. So I want to keep that one because it creates better lines. But that one can go. And then we actually did it a couple times, if I remember correctly. So that one's really, really good. It looks majestic as fuck. That one I always hold on to because I think they're dope. And again, the boring one, the setup. Those ones will just get cold and taken away. So I think these were some of your favorites, if I remember correctly, because these ones had the most moody attitude to them. And I absolutely agree with you on that. And that 5300, man, it is still rocking and rolling. Just the way that your hair is captured in place. It's not doesn't have any a lot of motion. And I like that one too. Like even these two, like you can see the difference between her getting ready to do it and her actually pulling her hair out. But both of them have a difference in the composition. It creates a different story. So both those will keep. That one can go. That one though, that one will stay. Look at the fierceness in her eyes. Like that one can absolutely stay. That one, it's kind of boring. That one though. See, eyelash photos. Oh yeah, what's up, Landon? What kind of question you got? But yeah, the eyelashes popped up like that, and it's just the angle of the head and the way she's looking down, just absolutely stunning. Right? These photos. Oh wait, see, like that one's okay. It's just fluttering them up, but this one, I think, is even better because you've got them all the way down, so you can really, really see. So we're gonna hold on to both those, and we'll debate it later. This one, you know, like asymmetrical's okay sometimes, but this one looks like she's just trying to pick a fight with everyone that's in the alley, which at the time was no one. So that one's getting deleted. But that one's fantastic. See, the eyes. The eyes say it all. And I always say that in every one of my videos, including the one I released today. The eyes are the window into the soul. You want to try to capture those eyes as clearly as humanly possible because they really, really make all the difference in the world in your photo. So it's absolutely imperative to try to capture that. And this one too. Like this one is perfect. She's framed her face perfectly. It's a little bit asymmetrical. This hand's a little bit higher than this one, but that's okay. And then her braids are just slightly off, which is what you want. Too perfect comes off as fake looking. So you want it to not be super, super fake looking. What are you adding? Which one don't you like? I like that one. Now this one, I can't really tell. I don't remember what we were doing. If you remember, let me know, but I'm deleting it. This one you look confused, like you're lost. So, Landon, yes, the PowerShot SX20. Let me look real quick because I know that it's possible. I just need to look at where your f-stop capabilities are. Yes, 12 megapixels. So a lot of the cameras I've done reviews on lately have been 6 megapixel cameras, and we've gotten some amazing photos from those. Let me see if I can find one to show you really quick on here of what I've gotten with a 6 megapixel camera. So this is another photo of Jessica, and this was done with a 6 megapixel Nikon D50. And this is probably one of the more fun shoots I've had around town. But just the way that her outfit matched with the wood, that wasn't, I don't know if she planned that or not. You'll have to ask her. She's in the comments section, so you can actually reach out and ask her. But that camera right here, let's look at the f-stop real quick, because the clarity that background bokeh that I'm getting is from having a really low f-stop number. Let's see here. So it looks like you can change the f-stop on there, and it has a relatively low f-stop. So basically, yes, you can get good photos with the PowerShot. And really what it comes down to is going out and taking photos, practicing with it, and just getting to know your camera as best you can. Now, if you want to get that background blur, that bokeh effect, like the photo I just showed a little bit ago, you want to back off your subject as far away from the background as possible when you're shooting at that 5.6 range, which is about what I read as the PowerShot's maximum f-stop is about 5.6. I could be wrong, that's just what I read. I don't own one, but you absolutely can get great photos with it. Okay, yeah, the one about picking a fight. I had a 5S and got amazing from that. It's just annoying. Yeah, so you can actually, Landon, you can, if you look up Pink Hat Photography, Pink Hat is one word, on Google, and you find my Instagram or my Facebook page, you are welcome to send me those photos on either of those platforms, and I can take a look at them and give you a little bit of critique. Now, I need to know, though, like, generally what areas you're working on. This one you looked confused, too. But I want you to know, I want you to tell me, like, what part of your photos you're not liking, because you may have done something creatively and I won't know that if you did it on purpose or not, so I would like you to let me know that stuff. Now this one, there's too much white in your eye, that's why I had you close your eyes completely, looking so confused. That one's going to go in the blooper reel because I think that one's funny. Yeah, no, those photos, yeah, so no, it did just work because I think that you had suggested that building a couple times before because you and someone else had shot there, and finally we made our way over there. That was a nice fierce one. It's in focus. I like the second one better, personally. I think there's a little more attitude in your body than with this one. This one you're a little more relaxed. This one there's a little more attitude, especially with your head, the way it just, way more attitude. I think I prefer the second one. So I'm going to delete that first one. I didn't delete it. That way, if you want to see it, you can. I do a lot of digital media stuff. I don't know. Yeah, no, digital media stuff is great. That's a good camera to get started with. I mean, the PowerShots, there's nothing wrong with them. I don't have a problem with the PowerShots at all. The camera I did this with, just 1 second. Is this Nikon D5300 with this lens, actually. This is my Yongnuo 50mm f1.8. You can get this setup for about 300 bucks, the camera and the lens. Now, if you did a D50-100, they're a little bit cheaper, and I've got a few reviews on my channel on those cameras. Again, same setup would cost you about 200 bucks, 150 to 200 bucks. The lens itself is about 80, and you can usually find really good deals on them. But with PowerShot, working with what you got, the PowerShot is a very, very capable camera. What you want to do is you just want to go out and practice with it as much as you possibly can. So I'm checking my comments. Okay, we are all caught up. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at, Dragon, is what I looked into, is whether or not the PowerShot, I know it's a fixed lens like the Nikon version, the Coolpix, but I think you can adjust the f-stop on those, can't you? Does it have a manual mode with that lens set up? I'm not 100% sure. Dragon, if you could let us know, that'd be awesome. Thank you again. Now, all three of these, I didn't know how they were going to turn out. I'm going to have to go through those with the focal thing to make sure they're okay. This one, her eyes are a little too dark. This one, her eyes are closed. Oh no, she looks... And see, that's the thing, is when you're shooting fast, you don't always have the great options. Okay, yeah, so yeah, no, you should absolutely be capable of taking really good photos with that because you'll have absolute control. The key is go online, or if you have the owner's manual, go online and read it, of everything you can about that camera, because you can take great pictures with absolutely any camera. Oh, I forgot about this photo. This photo's amazing. Look at those eyes. The catch light, that's what you want. When you're taking pictures of eyes, you want to try to get that catch light, and that's just that little bit of reflection of light in her eyes. And this one was captured very beautiful. I mean, I'll have to fix it. It's a little crooked. That's okay. Ooh, I don't know which one I like better. That one looks more moody. We might keep both of them. That one looks terrifying. Now, we're going to have to shoot there again, Jessica, because I have an idea for that shoot. I'm not going to discuss it here, but I have a good idea. But these three photos, I love all three of them. This is my favorite of the three because I think it shows off your eyes the best. But this one is the most scary of the three. No, I take that back. There's now number 4 that's even more scary. I'm gonna have to go through those ones with a fine tooth comb. That one, you just look tired. You look like you're going to sleep. What do you mean no? What are you saying no to? Are you saying no that you don't want me to delete any of these, or no that I like that one? This one can go. That one can stay. Or no that I'm not going to discuss the shoot on here, because I have a very good idea for that shoot. It's awesome. You'll love it. And I think all the viewers and subscribers on here will love it because it is an amazing idea for a shoot. This one has a nice bit of attitude to it. I dig it. I like the first one more. No, I take that back. I like the second one more. See, here's the thing. You see the movement of the head. Back, forward. When it's back, you have more movement in the chin right here. Now, most people won't notice this, but people with bigger chins like me, not your professor, will notice that. So if we go here, that is a lot straighter of a jawline. It doesn't seem like much, but it's enough to make a difference to someone. So those are things you have to remember when you're culling photos and you're posing people. Those are those little things that I don't always. Well, thank you, Michelle. That means a lot to me. These are things that you don't always, I don't always discuss in my videos, and it's probably something I need to discuss more, but it's those little tiny touches that I notice when I'm editing my photos, and when I'm culling them, that I can just pick that out. And it's not something that I really discuss on my channel. I don't see a lot of other people discussing. Maybe I'll have to do more on that. I feel kind of bad that I don't. So like this one, this has got a nice head tilt. I get views because I've been doing it for about 2 years. It was one of the photos where I just looked weird. Oh yeah, no, no, so I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years now, and really what it comes down to is I consistently upload what I want my viewers want to see. So once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I started doing community posts where I let people vote on the kind of videos that they wanted to see, and those are the kind of videos that I'm releasing. And so not only am I allowing people to vote, but I also try to be very connected with my community. I try to reach out to everyone. I talk to people. If anyone messages me, I always message them back. If anyone comments on one of my videos, I always comment back. And I try to be involved in the community that I'm trying to create, because I feel like a lot of photographers are a little bit territorial when it comes to this kind of stuff. They don't really like teaching people. It's an odd form of gatekeeping. Now, out of these three, that's too much of a head tilt. That one's fine. This one's going. That's way too much of a head tilt. That one, though, that one I like. Just the simple eyes closed, simple body shot. And see, I made a mistake here. I cut it off at about the knee. I should have gone a little bit further or done a full body shot, especially because I have room up here. But this photo is salvageable. If I crop it in here, just above her knees, where her fingers will still be in frame, this one is very salvageable. They get two into. Yeah, I agree with you completely, Dragon. It turns into a contest, and actually I like that second one more. Yeah, no, editing on mobile devices is great. I think a lot more people should, be more open to about that stuff. But no, it is so much of a competition. And what I'm trying to do here in Colorado, Nick Del Duca and I, and a few other photographers that I do a lot of double exposure work. Do I have one nearby? I don't, but I'll show you one of my dry plates that I did a double exposure with, if I can find it. This is my background. It's terrible, as you can see. You know what? It would be under here. So, desktop. So like this was a triple exposure, technically, on a dry plate. So they're actually taken on these pieces of metal. I make the film, and I take the photos and develop it. But we took one exposure with the guitar and then 2 exposures without the guitar, and that's how I got that photo. But no, so Nick Del Duca and I, And a few, yeah, we are, and a few other photographers that I know that I'm trying to build this community with of like-minded individuals. Oh, we're getting into the smoke ones. These ones are cool. Like-minded individuals that want to help each other, take photos and help each other grow and stuff like that because we deal with a lot of toxicity. And I mean, you're right, Michelle. Like for a big portion, the community does care a lot. But the problem is you do have gatekeepers in this area, and you have a lot of infighting and a lot of little bits of drama here and there. And for the most part, that one's blurry. And for the most part, that's why I don't go to a lot of meetups, and I don't do a lot of networking with other photographers, and I'm really picky about the photographers that I work with, and it's really picky about the models that I work with, which is why I have the same few models in every one of my videos, is because oh yeah, this is when the camera wasn't focusing, Jessica. Remember when I was complaining about how the camera wasn't focusing? This is when it happened. Man, if every one of these smoke shots is ruined, I'm gonna be mad. I'll be really mad. I mean, not really salvageable. It's sad. And sometimes you gotta know when to just cut it. I mean, none of you would have even known these photos existed if I hadn't shown them. And like, this one might be salvageable. From a distance it is. We'll hold on to that and see. Well, thank you, Landon. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you learn a lot. I enjoy making videos. That's the big thing with me, is I really enjoy making videos and content for everyone. Wait. Oh, yes, we did get one. And it was my favorite of that bunch. Do you remember that, Jessica? This was the best one. Yeah, the vapor did throw it off, but this one was the best one. I figured I had to actually raise the camera up. The I had to crop it higher so that I could focus higher, and then the smoke get blown down so that we got these two images. Actually, I think there's a couple of them. All three of these came out great. That one, though. That actually right there, cropped like that, would make a great profile picture. And then this one's got that nice attitude. Okay, it focused. I was worried it wasn't going to. Nice little bit of attitude. I'm going to hold on to all of those ones because I like all of those ones. This one's cool because you have a little bit of that smoke. And her eyes are in focus, so that works. We're going to hold on to that one and go through it deeper. This one, I don't know how I feel about this one. I'll hold on to it for now. Again, we're mostly going, yeah, always. I always have issues, every single time. The vapor didn't get messed up on these ones. Oh, there's the one. There's the one, Jessica. The French inhale. Well, one of many. I think that's the only one that came in. When you upload close, does it help if you... It does, in fact, help. It helps you find locals. I specifically work locally. I always upload in Colorado because I'm always looking for more people to work with. I had a series going for a little bit called Photography Interviews. That's actually how I met Nick Del Duca. As I interviewed him, I set up a shoot with one of my models, Ariana, and he photographed with her, and I took B-roll, and then we stood there and we talked about photography for 45 minutes. And I did the same thing with Z, who's another one of the photographers that I am working with locally. And so we're just slowly working on that, slow but sure. We'll see if anything ever comes of it. This one's pretty cool. I like that one. The smoke effects, you never know what you're gonna get. That one can go. That one can go. Maybe I can sell this one to Smock. Maybe they'll want to use it in one of their advertisements. See, Louisiana is cool because you have the bayou in that area. Like, I guess I don't know what part of Louisiana you're from, but if you're in the New Orleans area, try to set up a shoot at one of the cemeteries. I have a video about the etiquette of cemetery photography. I always recommend checking that out. I just go over some things like how to deal with like crazy people and how not to, disrespect anyone. Again, these ones came out crystal clear, so I'm just gonna cull through all of them. Wait a second. Clear up. Ooh, that's another good French inhale. And this one, that one is great. I could crop that one like that. I mean, a little bit less so that her whole head's in there, but the way her hand is glowing, that's pretty cool. That one is great. Lafayette, Louisiana. Yeah, dude, keep it up. I started in high school too. You know, I started at 14 or 15 my freshman year of high school. I've been doing this for like 17 or 18 years. See, the old businesses and the old downtown areas are great. If we go back here, remember what photo we're on. I guess I didn't get any photos in that area. We're getting to it, to the old alleyway we shot in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that one came out blurry. That one can go. And that's the thing you gotta remember. So I have 302 photos up here, Landon. We started with 302. Out of 302, we're gonna end up with probably 100. And out of that 100, I will fully edit maybe 25. From that 25 is what we'll end up getting. That'll end up making it into my video, which will get sent to Jessica. And again, this one far away doesn't look bad, so we'll see how that works out. That one. I'm going to see if I can mess with this, because if I can get her eyes through that smoke cloud, it might be cool. But I don't know yet. And I was having errors. Ooh. Ooh. It's not crystal clear in her eyes, but you got the catch light. That one looks pretty good. That one's going to go. That one sounds cool. I'll hold on to that one for now. Come on. That one's soft enough I could probably do something with it. That one, though. That one. Like, edit one of your photos? I haven't done anything like that in a long time. I mean, if you're shooting in RAW, we can absolutely do something like that. I could set something like that up. I won't be able to edit it tonight. I have to get through these because I have a wedding that I'm photographing tomorrow. See, this one's got to go. This one's cool looking, but it has to go. And it has to go for one reason. I cut off her foot. Here, it's fine. It's a different pose. It's not the same photo at all. This pose, I think, is kind of cooler, but I cut off her foot. And that's, you don't want to deliver work like that. Like, you don't want to have weird cutoffs, like half of her foot is missing. Per shot is aggressive JPEG compression. Can you adjust the... You probably couldn't adjust the white balance in any of that, could you? I don't know much about those cameras. I wish I knew more. I'm sorry I can't answer all your questions, but I think it's fantastic. Okay. Power is aggressive JPEG. Okay. But, like, it's cool that Dragon's on here. Dragon is so knowledgeable about these kind of things. I've pestered him with questions quite a bit. I like both of those. These ones are a little more fun. They're not as serious and aggressive. And this one, I might keep. I like how it's kind of blown out. I do like that it's a little bit blown out, and I'm gonna roll with that. Now this is one of my favorites. I have a lens hood on the camera lens we were using, and I had her actually reach out. And as you can see back here, I was not shooting at a very low f-stop because that is clear. But all three of those, I'm gonna pick my favorite of those. Well, we'll see. That one's a good one too. But you see this old brickwork. It's from the old downtown area in my local town, and I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna keep all three of those. I think I can fix her eyes and lighten them up a bit. I mean, there's something to work with there. So I got the catch light and everything. This one's good. Oh, see, again, feet. This one I might be able to get away with it. No, I got one before. Oh, well, if I crop this one, we'll see. Again, I'm looking for out of focus stuff. And see, I was using a wide angle lens for these shots, so you can actually see that lens distortion around the edges. Like if you watch how the building moves, it doesn't stay straight and linear, it kind of warps. And that's what we've talked about in the past. I like that one. I don't care for that one. We'll see if we can work with that one. Well, I actually like this one more because it doesn't look like she has one leg. Like this one, she kind of looks like one leg or mermaid tail. This one slightly spread is better, so we're gonna rock with that. And see, ones like this where it's a sequence, for the most part, I would edit all of these in a sequence, and I would throw them all in my video together. Oh, that actually came out kind of cool. I might probably keep all of those and edit that into my video as a sequence, because we captured all that on GoPro, so it should be a cool sequence. And like this one, you'd think I'd cut this one out because her foot's missing, but she's walking, and in order to create movement, sometimes you got to do things like that. Little bits cut out here and there. If she was static, standing against a wall, it would be a mistake, but she's walking down the alleyway. There's progress being made, and her poses are changing. And I like every one of these too. I'm going to have to keep those as a sequence as well. I'm going to have to make a video. So these lenses, I used, one second. The ones that are currently on the screen were shot with this. This is a Sigma 10 to 20 millimeter ultra wide angle f3.4 lens. This is my go-to for real estate generally. It's also the lens I used in the video I uploaded today on automotive photography. And then some of the closer ones were done with my Yongnuo 50 millimeter prime. It's an f1.8. This lens retails for like 80 bucks on Amazon, and it's probably one of my better ones. I don't know if you saw Sarah, I don't know if you saw the photos with this lens, but I'm gonna jump over and I will show you some of the photos I took with this lens, like this, and that was with the 50 millimeter prime. So where were we? Oh yes, we were at the sequence. And now we're going to get to where my thumbnail's living, because my thumbnail came from this section of the photo shoot. See this one? That one's not going to stay. That one is blurry. For some reason the camera was focusing not where it was supposed to, so that one's going to go. That one too is going to go. That one's going to go. This one I'm pretty sure is blurry too. I think this sequence was all blurry. The second sequence, though, I had some clear shots of her walking. It's a shame that this one came out blurry, because the attitude in these photos is great. But that's totally just operator error. I had it focused on the wrong focusing point. I think this is when I was trying to do POV, so it's totally my fault trying to get that GoPro lined up. But, yeah, we're still zoomed in. There we go. See, that's a good shot. And this one I'd actually probably crop to like here, and that would mean the lens distortion we're getting from that wide angle will be cropped out, which is why I take huge cropped shots like that. And these ones are all pretty good. It creates that sequence. See, here's that other set. Oh, and by the way, every time I look down, I'm looking at the live chat. I'm just seeing what everyone's commenting. Yeah, these ones came out. Yep, that one's clear. And I think this is my thumbnail. This is my thumbnail for today's video. I haven't adjusted it. I just threw a light filter on it real quick. Oh, my favorite piece of graffiti in the entire town. Dude, there was a couple of times I thought you were going to fall. Like, in this sequence. Now, this one, again, the rule about feet getting cut off, rules are meant to be broken. The fact is sometimes you got to break those rules, and that's okay. Her toes are cut off, her foot's cut off by this wall, but these two poses are pretty fantastic, and I don't think it takes away having her foot over here. So we're going to play with them and see what we can get out of it. I really thought you were. She's standing in stilettos in these pictures. And actually, we might just get rid of those other two and use those ones where it's all in frame, because these came out fantastic. This one definitely will get cut. This one I might keep. It's a clean cut right before her ankle on almost both feet. This one actually probably be the one that gets kept. There, right there, you almost fell. Pretty sure right there where you almost fell. I think I actually captured the sequence of you almost falling. These are all relatively clear. Did I get any? There we go. That one I can work with. The other three, we'll see what we can work with, because I can crop them to keep the graffiti. And you gotta remember, these are all raw images. None of these have been touched up with color or anything. We're literally just culling. And this one, like literally, I will just crop it, rule of thirds. No, I don't actually even know what the rule of thirds is, because I know I use the rule of thirds because I've been told I do. I just don't actually know what it is. Now, this blue wall. Now, a lot of you probably recognize this if you've seen many of my videos, because this is where I start off. Basically, every single one of my shoots is this wall in downtown, and it's because of the blue. The blue either works with an outfit or it contrasts it, and it still works with the outfit. So let me see if I can find it, because I have a review where we used that one. This one. I think I showed some of these photos earlier on a different live stream. But the blue and white, it's different tones of blue and white, so it's not as contrasted as this photo is here with the outfit, but it still works. And I don't know why, because I don't know much about color theory, but I think it still works. So these ones, again, we're just going through and we're cutting out ones that are blurry, and then we're going to go through and fine pick them. Though I think the sequences I'm going to keep, because if you watch the sequences, let me get to the end of this sequence, the shoot sequence. And you can see, I tell her literally every time you hear the shutter click, change your pose. It's like we're shooting a stop motion film. Where were we? And actually, it's all about the golden spiral now. To be 100% honest with you, I don't even know what that is. I don't know if anyone knows this, but I'm not that good of a photographer. I mean, I can take good shots, but like when I mess things up like that, that should have been a different shot. I mean, I can fix this, but this one was probably one of my favorite. I kept this one. I almost deleted this one right off the bat, but I kept it because it just looked so hilarious, and we always have really funny photos when we do a shoot together. But this one here is one of my favorites, because again, the catch light is so good, you can see my reflection in her eyes. That's the kind of sharpness you want on the eyes. Actually, I'd probably keep this one over that one, or even this one. Okay, what are you saying oh my to? Because I'm a little bit lost in the conversation down here. I got really into it. This one is actually probably my favorite of that sequence. You can still see that reflection and the sharpness. And you can see how close I actually was, because there's my big head right there, and there's my hand and the camera. This one's kind of cool. I dig that one. This one looks like a really old one. This one's going in black and white. Okay, yeah, I thought that's what you were referring to, but I wanted to make sure. But yeah, no, this one's going to go into black and white. Actually, what do I have for black and white edits over here? Yes, yes. Actually, that looks like it's from a horror movie. Oh, I remember this shot, this sequence now. This was a fun sequence. they're so close to complementary colors. I mean, I guess, maybe. I mean, the blue wall always works. The blue wall never not works. This sequence. If I put this all in black and white, in that heavy black and white, it would look terrifying. Like, it would look like you're being, like, that noir contrast is ridiculous. If I go to, like, one of the proper black and whites, it's not quite as bad. But this sequence is pretty clear. We'll probably hold on to this one and see where it goes when we actually start editing. We're getting close to the other time I tried the POV sequence. And look at that. Look at you. It's too much sun. The sun decided to come through the clouds right when I took this photo. But that's not the only thing that's wrong with it. The other thing that's wrong with it is the way her hair was. And that's actually my fault because I should have said something. I didn't think about it at the time. But her hair should have come over a little bit more. Plus, it's blurry. But, yeah. Oops, wrong button. Same thing with that one. I don't really like the way the sun came out on that one. Wasn't too happy with the POV shots. I just need to start using mirrorless permanently. As soon as I get an A7 III. I mean, I'll still do reviews of older cameras and such, but for POV shooting, I will probably rock that and do lens reviews and gear reviews and stuff like that. Let's see here. And that one I'm okay with. Both of those, all three of those. I don't know how I feel about that one yet, or that one. But they're still clear, so we're going to keep them. These ones are fantastic. I love these ones. But look at this lens distortion. You can totally see the lens distortion, so I would have to crop it. And that's one of the things I do while I'm culling, while I'm determining whether or not I'm going to use an image, is I think about, how am I going to crop this? How am I going to fix this image? How am I going to do that? Like this one will probably get like a vintage look to it, just because it's overblown. There's too much light, and that just happens. So let's see what we culled down to. From 302, we are down to 239. So we culled almost 70 photos just from getting rid of photos that were out of focus and that were no bueno, or were overblown. So from there we go through here and we're going to pick. You know, send me that link, Nick. Send me that link because I might hop on that and get one of those. But like these ones here, like I'm kind of partial to not deleting the sequences. How does everyone feel about that? I'm going to do a poll. Let me start a poll. We're going to see how this does. Keep the sequences. Now before you vote on this poll, I have to ask a question. If we keep the sequences, I'm going to make a video that is going to be nothing but GoPro footage and then the photos and music. I will not be talking at all in that video, and it'll be like the B-roll video that we did for the two Canons with Jessica, the ones we've done with Ari, the D40 I'm working on with Ari. It'll just be B-roll footage and photos, and they'll just be sequenced with music. And that's what I would do with these sequenced images if I keep them. But whether or not I keep them is going to be totally up to you folks. I want to know what everyone. So far there's 5 votes and it's 100% yes. So I'm going to say that that's the route we're going to go. So we're going to have to go through and hand edit each one of these. Now I'm going to start with my presets as always, and we're going to figure out the color scheme we want to go with these. So presets. I mean, yeah, the body movement is fantastic. So that's definitely something we're going to have to roll with. Let's see here. Now my tried and true is usually fall portrait, but fall portrait isn't really going to do it with this one. And we're definitely not going to be using those ones. So let's take a look at what we can start with. And literally all I'm doing now is I'm picking a preset to start with. Dude, you have to put it through a ton of tests. I'm excited to see it. I love the 50mm. The 50mm is my go-to lens. I have a short coming out tomorrow titled "What 3 Pieces of Gear Would I Take If I Could Only Have 3?" There's a trend going around. It's like if you could only have 10 tools or 10 things in your survival kit. So I'm doing the 3 pieces of photography equipment that I couldn't live without, basically. See, Vivid is like where I usually like to start because Vivid makes these colors pop. So it makes the pink stand out compared to, the pink, it almost blends in with her skin color. But with the pink, it doesn't. So we are going to lower our contrast. We're going to bring our clarity up. We're going to dehaze it just a bit. And then I might saturate it a hair. We're at 10 right now. That's too much. So Jessica, those photos that you have where you look like an Oompa Loompa. I don't know if I was supposed to say that on live stream or not, but that's because they did this. They saturated it too much. And that's what causes that look. And I, on the other hand, will put it at about 20. It's almost tan. So when I zoom in, contrast to the makeup, you can see it, especially right up with the eyes. But this right here was important. Before that, you couldn't really see that as much. Now, the other thing we wanted to look at is we wanted to make sure that this contrasted with the skin tone. We don't want it to match because then it looks ridiculous. But we also didn't want to get rid of the natural red hair, and we didn't want it to blend in with the red maroon bricks behind her. We want all of that to stand out. She needs to stand out against the background. Now, once we have the preset tweaked and made to where we want it, click on these because Danny Boy told me that I needed to do that. And just out of curiosity, I always like to put this on auto to see how it looks and see that added a cool feeling to it. I like it more of a warm tone for this shoot. So now I'm going to save this preset. If I can remember how to do this. Oh yes, the buttons. Create presets. I'm going to put Jessica D300 outdoor. Let me see the geometry as well. Save. So now literally I can go through and go boom. And we still have matching sequence all the way through. And we might have to tweak it a little bit. Like you still might have to tweak it depending on what your angle is and if the light changes while you're shooting. Yeah, have a good one, Jansen. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. The Oompa Loompa photos. But yeah, for real, Jansen, thank you. The Oompa Loompa photos. Then we go through and edit out this sequence. And it just adds a little bit more fierceness into the photos. And literally that's what presets are supposed to be. You're not necessarily supposed to use the presets for we're going to edit your cousin out. Boom, he's no longer there. Yeah, man, I'll see you on Monday. But with presets, like a lot of people just use the preset and click on it and just be happy with it, but I'm never happy. Listen. What did I say? But yeah, I'm never happy with just the presets. The presets have to be tweaked. Like you always have to tweak. We're gonna cut out her cousin again. Boom, just like that. And so as we go through, I mean, it's a lot quicker to go through like this once you have your preset set. And like I have a bunch of presets over here that I used recently. Oh, are you talking about the Oompa Loompa shots? You didn't even share those with your mom? That's hilarious. They were pretty bad. They were really bad. And we're able to edit up this whole sequence in just a matter of moments. Oompa Loompa. Yeah, no, for reals, it was bad. It looked like a spray-on tan. It was It was pretty bad. Now, I gotta go grab a charger for my phone. I will be right back. But that is how I'm keeping an eye on everything. Oh yeah, I remember that. He was saying he was hangry. And it's like, dude, it's not that bad. This shoot will be fast. Alright, plugging my phone in so I can continue to watch the chat. So I can answer all your questions. He was so hungry. They were both hangry. And now that we're in a different spot, we have to see if that old one works or if we need to update it. And the preset I made works for these photos as well. It's probably because the lighting is pretty similar. Now this is where... Hello, Inferno Blade Gaming. How are you doing this evening? Well, thank you. And actually, we're in luck. The preset I just made happened to work for this as well. I don't know how I feel about the sky. I might mess with that just a little bit. Will this darken it too much? It will. So we're just going to go back to the preset. Is the camera matching profile? I don't know what that means, Nick. I don't know this program all that well, to be 100% honest with you. You'll have to show me when you come over next week and see exactly what I may be missing. But I know that Lightroom is built... Oh, it works for that one too. Let's see here. Oh, these are fantastic. Ooh, see, no, I don't like that one. I like the photo. It should be. I don't know how to get to it, if that's the case. The problem I have with this one is it's kind of too cool. But actually, that might be the actual color of the brickwork behind it. I don't remember. Go to the very top left column above color. I'm in the wrong spot. No, this photo is great. It's the photo that's great. It's this that I don't like, and I couldn't just be wrong. So color here. Go to the very top on the left column above color. Oh, above color. Okay. Go to the very top on the left column above color. Yeah, I'm lost. Nick, if you got me, let me know, because I don't know what you're talking about. Back to what we were doing. Alright. See, that one is correct. This one is greenish. I'll fit a little bit more. Right now we're seeing what works. I sent you a screenshot. Okay. Camera standard. Browse all profiles. Camera matching. Yeah. Let's see. Does it just know what camera I have? That's witchcraft. That is witchcraft. Though I do like that standard look. The portrait doesn't look too bad. Okay, now I have to go through and redo all of these. Actually, how does Vivid look? Ooh. Damn it. Now I have to go back and do all of them. But it does look pretty dope. So let's go back to, where's that last green shot at? The one I don't like, this one. It helped a little bit. Landscape is gross on this. Yeah, so those emulate the look of the out of camera JPEGs. Oh. Okay. I just want to know why this one's green. Oh. Now it's not green. Huzzah. With all that green, does it think it's a Fujifilm? There we go. Now the color profile matches better. I mean, not 100% better, but it might also be the lighting. Who knows? Standard, it looks fine. Let's see. Yeah, that looks better. Good to know. Good to know. Now, how do I set this as my normal go-to? Yeah, I wanted to add it. I want it just to stay that way. Yeah, the Vivid looks good, huh? There we go. There we go. So now we're going to be doing two actions. Every time I learn something on editing, it becomes more and more time consuming. Oh, wait a second. I can just add this to my... I can just do that, can't I? I'm just dumb, aren't I? We're just going to call this one just 5300. And our camera profile is saved. Your eyes look kind of terrifying in that. It kind of takes away some of that. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of darkens those eyes a lot. The derp face. Oh, yeah, that's right. What I'm saying is behind. I mean, yeah, that looks good, except the eyes are terrifying. I guess it'd be better to compare it directly. It is spooky. Yeah, I think that... we're going to see what other profiles we have. Camera matching. No. No. And the Vivid looks good. I just worry about the eyes. Okay. So I'll leave it alone then. I'll have to go back and set the other presets, which is fine. We're just going to go through this right now. But this adds a little, like, it's colorful, but it's definitely a darker moodiness. Ooh. Your eyes might have just been underexposed in those other photos, because that's pretty fierce. Actually, they almost look like your eyes are glowing in some of these. I really don't like that. works for some of them. But that's the whole thing about presets. It's not going to work for everything. But you can see that green. I know they're blue, but still. Let's see here. Let's try this one. I like the color profile a lot more on the other one. On the new preset with it vivid. And if you like the vivid, we'll stick with vivid. It's totally up to you. These are your photos, though. I think it looks good. I do. The color profile is a lot better. I'm a lot happier with it. Makes me wonder what the smoke will look like. And then this is just me going through and putting the presets in. I'm then going to go through individually and tweak them to make sure that everything works out or looks pretty good. But these ones so far are coming out very nicely. A little bit of a farmer's tan. That's okay. I have a farmer's tan too. See? I'm like a fish, actually. I'm dark over here. I'm light on that side. But the contrast created by this new setup is pretty dope. I'm digging it. I'm digging it a lot. Yeah, they do. They do. It's actually really cool. I'm really digging what we're getting out of that preset. Thank you again, Nick and Dragon, for pointing that out to me. That's something I did not know. Okay, cool. So I'll desaturate them in a bit. I'm gonna have to go through that and do that. That's probably something I'll have to tweak from photo to photo. It's not as easy as just throwing a preset on everything, but we discussed that. But this really makes your tattoo look really cool. There we go. This one here, French Inhale. Like this one, I'm gonna have to fix the contrast on. Cool, no, that's perfect. I want to make sure that exactly what you were looking for. And again, I'm gonna fix this stuff. I'm just going through and setting those presets. Just so we have an idea, just a general foundation to work with. Thought I deleted that one. These are coming out really, really good. I'm really excited about how this shoot came out. That's okay. I blame my parents too. But we are getting way better, more true colors this way. I'm gonna have to redo all my presets now and set them for the Nikon now that I know that that's a thing I can do, because I had no idea before. Yeah, that tattoo really pops, dude. It pops a lot. I don't know what the delay is. Send a chat in 3, 2, 1. It's currently 10:41, so when I see your chat, I'll know what my delay is. Oh, that one, like, legit looks like a Bratz doll. I know that's the look we were going to, but legit, that one right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to mess with this a little bit. We're gonna have to do another preset. No, that's no good. Where's my hazy? There we go. That's better. We'll bring that clarity down just a hair. So you can have every Saturdays and Sundays off? Really? I didn't know that. So this is going to be called 2D5300, and the 2D is going to be to Jess. And this one's called that because it's going to be for when her face is in a shadow. Because, boom, just like that. It's like I'm all on here live streaming me editing photos and I'm getting lessons on Lightroom. It's amazing. That's why I don't do Lightroom tutorials, because I would make a fool of myself because I barely know how it works. I barely know how it looks. I was getting really thirsty. I was looking at my lips because they're getting dry, but then I remembered I have a giant glass of water here. There we go. I want to get demonetized. I dropped the F-bomb a while ago in the in the video. The one thing I just learned about live streaming is that I just figured out how to accept super chats. I had to get approved. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out why I didn't have a super chat button. Not that it matters, because my groups are really small, but I was really, really confused by it. And then I found that you had to get approval, and I had to submit. You know, I can use Photoshop a lot better than I can use Lightroom. Like, a lot better. But I was also doing magazine work, so I had to figure out Photoshop. And actually, Shayla taught me Photoshop. It's every Saturday and Sunday. Sweet, dude. I'm usually not off both days, but I usually have one of those days off. So we can definitely get something worked out. And if we shoot in the afternoons, I'll be fine too. What's up, Justin? We're editing photos. Okay, Jessica, what do you prefer for these shots here? Do you prefer... let's pick a better one here. This one? Or the second style? Same with these ones, I guess, because I didn't really test it out against it. No, they look too bad. Holy crap, I got my first super chat. That's not what I was asking for, but thank you, Nick. That was super, super awesome of you. I literally just figured out how to do that because it's kind of weird how YouTube works, because I also have to approve, I also have to submit approval for creating memberships for my channel, which I think is a little weird that memberships exist for a channel. I don't know if I will use that. I mean, I put in for the feature. Dude, YouTube takes 30% of everything. 30 to 40%. But the thing about it is with the membership, I don't think I would. I don't even know what I would offer on membership at all. No clue what I would offer in a membership, because I already do everything on here, and I feel like if I stopped, you know, if I stopped doing live streams for free, like that's not cool. Like I already oh man, I don't know which one I like better. How's this saturation feel? That's the problem with it. I don't like how fake it looks. I like this one. You like the... Okay, so the lighter style. You like the lighter over the darker with these shots here. You don't have to offer anything with memberships. I know, but they already get it for free. Why would they pay for it? That makes no sense to me. Like, makes no sense to me. Does it, like, give them a direct line to me? Like, can they call me? Actually, if they did enough digging, they could probably find my phone number. Um, no, I like this one more. Oh, that sunlight really... Man, that color profile match with the lens makes such a difference. Look, we changed. This used to be the thumbnail. The thumbnail looks completely different than it used to. This is what it originally was. This is what it is now. But I like it more. OSI. What is OSI, Dragon? I'm curious about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the vivid look in that one. The vivid in that tunnel looks odd to me. Pay for certain experts' knowledge, and I can give them a higher rating in chat as well. Oh, okay. No. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't think I'll ever end up there. I don't think I'd ever end up with that many people in my chats. And again, I will be cropping these. I'm gonna crop it right here. I'm just going through and doing presets. This is like everyone has a different. Wait a second. I like the way that looks. I might not crop that one in that case. I'm gonna keep one in that style. But literally all I'm doing right now is setting the presets. Everyone has a different editing style. My first step is Decol, and then yeah, my next step after that is Decol. I cull anything out of focus, anything under or overexposed that I can't fix, that doesn't look good, wrongly cropped shots, stuff like that. And then after that, we would have actually gone through and we would have deleted probably another 200 photos and just kept the best photo of each one of those sequences. But you guys voted, so I'm not going to do that. So we're going to be editing all of them, which is fine. It just means that instead of 25 photos where I go through, I set my preset, I tweak my presets, I crop the photo how I want it, and then I'll move it into Photoshop. We're going to do that with, well, we're not going to do it with 300 photos. But I will do the basis of them, and then I'm going to pick the best photos that I normally would have, the best 25, and then maybe I'll do a YouTube short where I show off the 25 I would have picked from this shoot as the only 25 that I would have handed over to a client if this was a client shoot. I think that'd be a pretty cool YouTube short. Kind of like those fall vibes in these. I'm going to do another one on that. See, and that's the thing though. Why would I do membership only videos? Like, what kind of content would I give someone that I'm not already, making or doing for everyone? I think Patreon will probably be the route I'll go eventually. And then for like Patreon prizes, I'll probably like give away shirts and merch and special shout outs. I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. I don't know. I take photos and I take video, and I'm not even good at the video part. Who here saw the video from today? We tried a whole bunch of new stuff, and I kind of want to get some opinions on it while we're in the live chat, because I didn't think anyone would show up for a premiere, to be 100% honest, so I didn't have one. Let's see here. But we're getting to that point of the editing where I start doubting my abilities. Ooh, nope, not that one. I like that one too. I'm going to keep that weird edit. No, I'm going to keep them all in sequence. That way I can sequence them right. What did you think of it, Dragon? Like, it was my first time with that many cameras, that many different angles. It took me forever to edit because of, well, it just took forever to edit because it was a lot to do and get the photos edited. Because I know that I had a bunch of you on here when I was editing the photos themselves. But what did you think of the sequences, the way the music was set, the crop panning, all these different video editing techniques that I'm trying out? Like, did it make the videos more exciting? Like, Was it easier to watch? Did it go by faster? I just am curious on what everyone thought of the new styles that I'm working on and the things that Nick is teaching me. It was good. A bit start and stop at times, but that's an edit thing. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, no, it definitely had its its start and stop issues, but it really, I think that comes down to me not being very good with the editor. And I also had like 5 stacks of things. I love that photo. That is a fun photo. I'll probably crop it. I'll crop it right here. For some reason, I thought you could see me with my pencil aiming where I would crop it. That one's a fun too. I'll probably crop that one right there, and I'll crop it up like that. So I'll probably keep it as symmetrical as I can. Silly dumpster being in the way. That is some pretty cool framing. Now will they work on this? That is a little too much. That's too much. What do I got here? Oh yeah, that's like a vintage look. I remember making that preset. Those are different presets for different things. I use them for various. That's terrifying. No, Vivid isn't going to work there. This one will work. It's a little overexposed. Again, I'm going to have to go through and fix that. Actually, in order to fix that, I might just add a little haze or dehaze. I think the stop thing is the music. I think you can add an audio fade transition that makes it a lot more smooth so the music fades in and out when you cut. You know, I mean, that's a good idea. I was actually wondering if I could do a music fade thing because it does feel start and stop, especially because the second song I picked, the one playing over me talking, was the stupid Ninth Symphony, and it just came out not what I wanted. Pixelation. Actually, you know what? For those glasses, we're going to pick a different preset. Where's my vintage stuff? I like that one. No, I want more of a vintage look. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Now, let's see what I can do with this because I like. No, I don't want that. I want this to come down there. I'm going to dehaze you a little bit. And I'm going to increase the clarity a little bit. And I'm going to go to my color profiles. Oh wait, I already have a color profile there. A little more saturation without making you orange. Can with a little bit more vibrance. When did the Lightroom update come out? And we just talked about this. Filmora has been, the new update for Filmora has been out for like ever. What does everyone think of this one? This more vintage look. Compared to... I might actually like this one better personally. We might just switch back to that. I gave it a try. That's okay. Yeah, I like the bubblegum look more. That's what I'm going to call this now, the bubblegum look, because we're going for a Bratz doll. And that kind of neon-y bubblegum look is what the Bratz dolls do. Look, my voice is starting to fade. Really, 100 new presets. Oh, I'm going to have to download that now. I'm not going to do it tonight, though. So by soon, I mean probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I still got to do the Filmora update. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that second one does look a lot better. The vintage looked cool, but that's not really the look we were going for in this shoot. But yeah, tomorrow I get to take photos at a wedding. That's going to be fun. I haven't done a wedding in over a year. I'm a little nervous. I'll probably be rocking the Nikon D5300, the Nikon D5100. I'll take the Yongnuo, the Sigma, and I might bring the D50 so I can bring a telephoto lens. Because the telephoto lens I have, they don't have autofocusing motors. So I have to use a body with an autofocus motor, and the D50 is kind of my go-to for that because it does an amazing job. But where are we at? I don't know if I'm going to bring my drone yet or not, though. I consider bringing the drone. We'll see. The drone shots we got were amazing. I'm going to have to get a Maverick, though, because what Ryan was able to get with his was just absolutely amazing. Like, I know, like, I mean, we can always redo this shoot. You said you had a second outfit, so with a second outfit, we can always do it again. And next time, maybe I'll bring my Polaroid camera with me. Because at least you brought the instant camera this time. Because we've been forgetting that for over a year now. Yeah, no, Ryan's work was amazing. That drone that he had, that DJI or the Maverick or whatever, much steadier than the Traxxas is. But I love that shot. I'm keeping that shot. That is going into the blooper shot reel. But this one, look at that. Now that I have a matching color profile on my phone, or for my camera, I'm all excited about that. Now, I got an interesting question for everyone. Dwayne has been asking me for a while to do a portrait shoot with a cell phone. Would anyone be interested in seeing a video on that? A cell phone portrait shoot. I mean, I could definitely get a bunch of POV with that because it's a live screen. But does that sound interesting to anyone? I mean, I don't have anything against it. Yeah, I think you're right. It was just the DJI Mini. I found one on Facebook Marketplace the other day with a ton of batteries for like 400 bucks. Well, yeah, the Maverick's the one with the follow me. That's the one I want. If I'm going to spend the money, it better follow me around. These almost look like we were in, like a beach or something. Oh, this is the most fun part of. This is not the most fun part of editing. The most fun part of editing is when you export the last 25 photos and you send them to the client. That's my favorite part of editing. For some reason, the results of a portrait shoot with a cell phone, because if I do that, it is not going to be the normal camera. I know that you are, Nick, because you got that new Samsung. What I'm wanting to do is I'm going to download the Google Pixel RAW camera software that allows me to take raw images, because I think it's a free app even. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, you got to find that second boot. And we can do this. We can revisit this Send me, Jessica, send me a picture of that outfit when you get the chance, and I can find a location. Maybe we can change up the location. Maybe we can hit up that spot that we did with that we shot with Ruby from the D50 shoot. The photos I showed at the very beginning of the live stream. But the cell phone thing, I'm going to download a RAW camera, essentially camera app that'll shoot in RAW. See, and I know you could do that in Lightroom Mobile, but I think you have to have a subscription to Lightroom to use Lightroom Mobile, don't you? Because I have to sign in with my subscription when I use Lightroom Mobile. And if that's the case, like I want to do a free one because I'm going to do it. I'm doing it because they're on a budget, and they're trying not. Oh, really? What cell phone do you have? That's fantastic, because I don't know if my Google Pixel will. I'm curious if it will, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see here. All right, Jessica. Out of all of those, which photo do you want me to send you tonight? And I'm going to edit it exactly how you want it tonight, and I will send it to you as soon as it's done editing, because I'm not going to have time to go through all of these and tweak them tonight, so we're going to actually have to have a second live stream, I think, where I finish these. So out of all the photos, which one is your favorite? I know that's going to be hard. Or it might be easy. If you answer too quickly, then I'm going to be like, oh, well, out of 300, I only took one good one. Which, I mean, sometimes that's the case. Sometimes you only take one good one. The Motorola Edge Plus. I've heard of that phone, and I've heard good things of that phone. How is it one of the ones with like 3 cameras in the front? Because I think my Pixel has 2 cameras in the front. But I'm not 100% sure if they're all like that now. I know that my wife's camera, or her phone, I think has 3. She's got the Samsung S21, and not the Ultra or the Plus, just the regular one. And I mean, she loves that thing. It takes wonderful pictures. She's taken some of the best ones I've seen. I'll send you pictures tomorrow. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it took me a second to compress what you were referring to because I got a little too far ahead of myself. But Jessica, pick your favorite photo. I know you said one of the fierce ones or one of the smoke ones, so we'll head over in that direction so we're ready. Yes, and then there's an additional setting for 108 megapixel. Holy, that's black magic. That's black. What is the astrophotography on that like? Like I'm seriously I'm curious on what kind of astrophotography you can do with that, because that would be absolutely amazing. 108 megapixels. That's now okay. My other question with that too is, do you have a manual mode? Can you control your shutter settings? Your I don't know if you'd be able to do aperture on a cell phone. I don't know if anyone knows the answer to that. Let me know. But can you fully control all the settings on it? Because that's something I was curious about too. Maybe I'll find an app for that as well, because I need to review the best light metering app I have ever found, hands down. I have tested it against all of my digital cameras and my personal light meters, and it is free, and it is the best light metering app I have ever seen in my whole life. And so I will be sharing that with everyone in a video. I'm about 4 or 5 weeks behind on videos currently, so like everything we talk about now will be a little. Oh, that's a hard choice. I like the one that had very good body movement against the maroon colored wall. Okay. So, I'm going to count these out, Jessica, and you pick from your favorite. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, so I will count again once you tell me what number you like. See, that's witchcraft, you guys. 108 megapixels is insanity. Like, that's insanity. Now, how close can you zoom up with those before it starts getting fuzzy wuzzy? Because Dan from Picture This, he was on one of the other live streams. He was talking about his, he did a video on it. No, it's not. Let's simulate with an aperture by shifting a mask through a portion of the focal range of the view. Okay, so that's how like I can do portrait mode with my Pixel. It just recognizes the face and it blurs everything behind it essentially with a mask. Because that's kind of the feeling I was getting because it's always processing after the fact. And so I was always curious about that. There's manual, but from what I can tell, no aperture setting, unfortunately. I don't think it works natural time, at least not the type I'm trying to get into. Okay, cool. So yeah, no, I think that's awesome. And Sarah, those astro photos that you showed me before that you sent to me are absolutely stunning. I can't wait to see what you get, and I really can't wait to see what you manage to get with that 35 millimeter camera. 1 or 8 surprised me out of those two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're not going to be surprised because you're on the live stream, but those are the two I picked in my head as the ones you'd probably pick. So with these two here, I'm going to see how this one looks with the other edit in Vivid. Or this one here, Bubblegum or Vivid. Bubblegum or Vivid. Even the hair flip I'm digging too. Okay, so in that case, you're getting the hair flip tonight. Because the hair flip is hands down always my go-to favorite. Let's see here. We're going to leave that edited how it is. And we'll go with this one here. We'll go with this one. Let's see how it looked with those color profiles. Actually, I think that looks even better than that one. Which one do you prefer, Jessica? This one or this one? So option 1, option 2. Because I'll be sending it directly to you tonight. But yeah, no, for reals, those pictures, those astro pictures are amazing. I absolutely cannot wait to see what you're able to capture. Not only as you do more of it, and you hit more of those dark zones, but really like what you can capture with that N80, that 35 millimeter Nikon. Because film just has a different feel to it, though. I don't know if, I guess the real question is I guess you could scan them and image stack the film, the frames. I mean, that's what I would do. Is I would probably scan it and image stack it. I guess that's what you do digitally, anyways, isn't it? I don't do a lot of astrophotography, actually. In fact, I would love to get more into it. I just haven't done a lot of it. It's just like the automotive photography video today. I don't do a whole lot of automotive photography. You could probably all tell. But, I mean, I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. I'll have to get my Mini Cooper out and do a shoot with... Maybe when I get the new lens for the Sony, we'll go play with the Sony. We'll do a landscape, a cityscape, a street photography, a little bit of all of that. But I am currently really digging... This is growing more and more on me, that more bubblegum look. The lighter color one. Cool, that's the one I was thinking. So with this one, I'm actually going to dehaze it just a hair more. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it right alone. Clarity is currently at 38. It was perfect at 38. I had my settings fine. Nick, quit doubting yourself. Okay, so we're going to export this one and get it sent over to Jessica. I'm digging the lighter colored ones too, so I'm going to go through and fix those. I don't know if I'm going to live stream those edits or not because they're going to be a little more tedious, but I might. I'll let all of you know if I decide to live stream it or not. So select folder and exporting, and I'll get that sent straight over to you on Facebook Messenger. Cool, that one is exported, so we are catching up. I'm watching all of your chats. Catching up on the main screen now. All right, everyone. Well, I have a wedding to shoot tomorrow, and this took a lot of fun time. I really did enjoy hanging out with all of you. I want to thank all of you guys for joining me today. Oh, someone is not interested in me doing a sequence. Where's my poll? Oh, sad. Out of 9 votes, most of you said you wanted to keep the sequences. So we will keep the sequences. Those sequences will be in one of my other videos. It may not show up in the main video, the POV video. I'll probably pick the best 25 from that one. I'll do a YouTube short on that as well. But I want to thank all of you for joining me today. I had an enjoyable time. I really enjoyed editing photos with you tonight. We're going to go through, I might live stream more of the edits. It's not 100% for sure we're going to be doing that yet. But so far we culled about 70 photos. Again, I would have culled a lot more. We went through, set up our presets with all of the photos. That way we could go through and make the minor changes that we need to make in order to really get some great photos out of this. So I am actually going to end this stream so that I can go ahead and get ready for that wedding tomorrow. Thank all of you guys for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to subscribe. 1,500 subscribers. I'm giving away a metal print of my waterfall from Pagosa. If you haven't seen it yet, it is on my community page. I'm not going to bring it up right this second. At 5,000 subscribers, again, I'm giving a Nikon D5100 away with a Yongnuo 50mm lens. I'll probably send it with some batteries as well and a good SD card. So whoever wins that, you'll have a really nice setup to get started. Thank you guys so much. Dragon King, you have a wonderful night. Of course, always, 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 you always have some great information. Same with Nick Del Duca. Thank you, Jessica, for joining us. Sarah, thank you guys so much. Michelle, thank you. And everyone else who is on the chat, thank all of you for joining me tonight. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye. And it doesn't work on a live stream.